Okay, fine. So now today we will learn algorithm. Before actually starting this C programming, firstly we should know what is an algorithm. Okay. So what is an algorithm means? An algorithm is the step-by-step solution to the particular problem. Okay, algorithm means what? The step-by-step solution for a particular problem. Problem means what? Any example or any mathematical problem, any we can say program, then it is said to be a step-by-step solution for a particular problem. Then it is said to be an algorithm. Okay, it is called as an algorithm. Fine. So what is an algorithm? It is a finite step-by-step solution for the particular problem. The word finite is most important. Finite means what? We have to write down the steps, which is a finite step. Finite means what? The step which has some end. अशा स्टेप्स ज्याला एंड असेल त्या स्टेपला म्हणतात फायनाईट स्टेप. अँड इन्फानाईट स्टेप मीन्स व्हॉट? द स्टेप्स विच हॅज नो एंड, then it is said to be an infinite step. So your algorithm should contain the finite number of steps. So the word finite is most important in this definition. So the finite step-by-step solution for a particular problem is said to be an algorithm. So what is the how to write the algorithm then? Every algorithm takes some value or some set of values as its input, and it produces some value or some set of values as its output. So you should always know every algorithm should have some set of values, right? So in this case we can write every algorithm should have some or set of values. So every algorithm takes some value or some set of values as its input, and it produces some value or some set of. So every algorithm has some values or some set of values, and it is called as input. And again, after performing some task or after doing some operations on that input, it will produce some values or some set of values. Then that set of values are said to be as an output. Okay, so always remember the algorithm should have some values or some set of values, and that values are said to be as an input. And after performing operations on that input or some set of inputs, then it will produce some result or it will produce some set of values, and that result is said to be an output. So your algorithm should always have input and output. Okay, suppose I want example, for example I want to write an algorithm for printing hello on the screen. Okay, I want to print hello on the screen, so I can write an algorithm to print hello on the screen. Okay, how to write an algorithm then? You have to write, first of all, it is a step-by-step solution, means you have to give a number for each and every steps. Suppose my first step is start. Firstly, I need to start an algorithm. Okay. Second step is I just want to print hello on the screen. Then, is there any input required to print hello on the screen? No. So we are not taking any input because I want to just print hello string on the screen. Okay. So I have just used, you can write anything, display hello or print hello. You can write anything. Here I'm writing print hello. Okay. And the last step is stop. After printing, fine. So in this way, you can write an algorithm to print hello string on a screen. So we can again write the algorithm. Suppose second is we have to write an algorithm. Second is write an algorithm to print or to display sum of two integer numbers. Suppose I want to print sum of two integer numbers on the screen. Then what we have to do? First of all, my first step should be the start. Here I'm going to start to write an algorithm. Fine. Then second step is I want two integer numbers. So I can, okay, here I'm reading two values from the user. Suppose that value should be in variable A and variable B. So here I'm going to take two values, two integer values as an input, and that values are stored in variable A and B. So here my second step is read A and B from the user. Then third step is you have to take one such a variable which is going to store the addition of these two variable A and B, right? So here I'm taking one variable sum which is equal to addition of A plus B, means the addition of these two numbers are get stored in some variable. Fourth step is you have to display the sum on the screen. So either you can use display or you can use print. It depends on your language, right? Here I'm just taking the word as a display sum on the screen. Fine. And fifth step should be stop. You can see here in this algorithm, each and every steps are finite, means here is the finite number of steps, means from 1 to 5. There is end of such a algorithm. या अल्गोरिदमला एंड आहे म्हणून याला म्हणतात फायनाईट स्टेप बाय स्टेप. So these steps should be a finite, not infinite. Means there is end after some steps or after some points. Okay. So in this way you can write an algorithm. Algorithm means what? It is a step-by-step solution for a particular problem, but your step should be a finite, not an infinite. So every algorithm should have some values or some set of values, and that values are set to be an input. And every algorithm should produce some values or some set of values, then that values are set to be an output. Fine. So a given number is even or odd. So my first step should be start. Then my second step should be I want to read only one number so that I can check whether that entered number is even or odd. Okay, so here I'm using read any, you can take any variable. Suppose here I'm taking the variable name as n, so that you can read that number in n variable. Then after that, third step is I want to check whether that given entered number n is even or odd. What is a even number? Even number means what? The number which is divisible by 2. Then that number is said to be an even number. असा नंबर की ज्याला 2 नी डिवाइड होईल, means we can divide the number by 2, then that number is said to be an even number, then their remainder should be 0. Fine. So now here I want to calculate the remainder, or here I am taking one variable remainder to calculate the remainder n. How to calculate the remainder? Then that modulo operator is used, n mod 2. Now we have to check at fourth step if our remainder is equal to 0, means our remainder is equal to 0, then we have to display what? We have to display the number is even. So number is even. Fine. So if the remainder is not equal to 0, fifth step is if our remainder is not equal to, how to write a not equal to? Not equal to 0, then we can say that our number is odd. So here I am displaying the message number is odd. Are you getting how to display even and odd number? And my sixth step should be stop, because it is a finite step, means there is an end of an algorithm. Okay, so in this way you can calculate, or you can check whether the given number is even or not. Suppose here I am entering a value as a 4, means value of n is equal to, now our value of n is 4. So it will check first remainder is equal to 4 mod 2. 4 mod 2 means what? Here it will divide the number 4 by 2, and that remainder should be stored in rem variable. So if we divide 4 by 2, what should be the remainder? The remainder is 0, then which is equal to 0 in rem. So it after fourth step, or at fourth step, it will check remainder is equal to 0. Our value of remainder is 0. It will check remainder is equal to 0. Yes, so it will print sum is or number is even on the screen. Then after fifth step, it will check remainder is not equal to 0. No, condition, this is not the case. So after that, it will execute stop and finish. So it will display the number is even on the screen, right? So after that, if I'm taking the value of n as a 5, fine. So can you please tell me whether 5 is even or odd? It is an odd number. Why? Because if we divide this 5 by 2, then we will not get a remainder as a 0. So if I'm dividing a 5 by 2, then what should be the remainder? 2 2s are 4. So 5 minus 4 is 1. So our remainder should be 1. So remainder is equal to 1. So it will check at the fourth step. If remainder is equal to 0, no. So again, fifth step, it will check whether remainder is not equal to 0. Yes, then it will display the number is odd on the screen. So number is odd. So 5 is odd. So in this way, you can write an algorithm for any problem. Getting? So the next one is flowchart. Flowchart means what? The flowchart is the graphical representation of algorithm. We have to represent an algorithm. Okay. So what is a flowchart? What is a flowchart? It is a graphical representation of an algorithm. Means we have to represent an algorithm graphically, then it is said to be a flowchart. So we can say the flowchart is graphical representation of an algorithm. Graphical representation of an algorithm is said to be a flowchart. Okay, so there are various symbols we can use in flowchart. So we will see what are that various symbol. Fine. So we can use the various symbols in flowcharts.